Just right here chilling like a villain over here at the cemetery, visiting my grandma and grandpa after being sick and stuff like that. I'm actually able to get out, drive, and just be able to thank God and stuff like that. But I need to come see my grandma and grandpa, you know. They ain't really all messed up. Don't worry, I'll be shaving all this. But just here at the cemetery, just talking to my grandma and grandpa. It's kind of dead at the moment. But it looks like when I got here, it looked like some people were getting ready to, the cemetery when people bring flowers and like a couple of days they toss them. That's pretty much right here. But yeah, I'm just right here at my grandma and grandpa. I missed them so much. These two right here were the prime example of my life right here. They're the ones that show me how to love, how to care, how to put my faith in God when you don't have no faith. My grandpa showed me how it meant to be a man and stuff like that. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. But it's a beautiful thing to be able to have grandparents like that to show you the way of life. And then, it's only up to you if you're going to learn or if you're going to, uh, use their examples and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's only up to you. People can only teach you, but that's about it. Hey, what's up? What's up? Oh, what the fuck? But yeah, after being sick all these days and stuff like that, I felt like I needed to come and show my love and respect. But it's dead out here though. Look at the cemetery. It's quiet. You know what's funny? When I came here, it was foggy, but not that much. But yeah, I need to come over here, man. I miss my grandma and grandpa, and my grandma and my grandpa used to always tell me, "Hey, when I die, I don't want you to come. I'm not going to be there," And then my grandma used to tell me, "Don't bring me flowers. Don't give me stuff. Give it to me now." But at the time, I was young. I couldn't afford it. Just like now, like, I'm over here jacking other people's flowers. I took one from over there by my car. Took one from over there, and I took one from over there. So, but yeah, oh man, God is good to be able to just think and reflect. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling, really good feeling. I had the best examples right here. Like for instance, my grandpa taught me how to love, how to appreciate, how to how to shut up when people are talking, to be the smartest one in the room. To the silence was the best weapon. I do the same thing if I see flowers. I put them on my sisters. That's right. you know. And I ain't gonna lie. When my grandma was alive, she was a fool. She would have us go get them. And like the people that be running the cemeteries, which guy they be getting mad, and my grandma would be throwing us under the bus. That was funny, but hey, no, man, my grandpa. I always tell my wife, my grandpa but always has gardening scissors in the car because my grandma would randomly, because so I don't know how it is in Ireland or in different states, but out here in California it's actually you can get in big trouble for cutting the city flowers. So, which my grandpa, when my grandma and grandpa were driving around, my grandma will see some flowers, and she'll make my grandpa pull over, and he'll go snip them. Well, there's a place called Rose Hills in California. That's a federal offense, and I didn't even know that. And it's not even because it's private property or anything. It's just, I guess, the way the roses are. I guess the red ones. What you call it? Okay, I don't care about that. I'm not talking about that. I don't want to know about that. I'm not here to talk about all that. But anyways, what you call it? Um. Oh yeah, my grandma was funny. But anyways, what you call it? Yeah, it was funny because um yeah, what you call it? We used to get tickets. In Rose Hills is the same way. It's weird, but yeah, it's just the way they grow them. They're so bloom and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's crazy. Which kind of like a lot of places are like that. I didn't know that. Hey, what's up, Brent? Play music. I don't have another. Well, I have my radio, but I don't have another phone or anything to bump music. I got CDs, but I don't know. You think I should bump it? I mean, my car's right there. How much sugar is in your tank? What do you mean? I don't get it. How much sugar is in your tank? No, but anyways, yeah, which kind of so yeah, that's crazy. My what you call it? Yeah, I pick flowers from people's graves and all that. But I had came out here because originally I had to do some stuff for works. Yeah, it's beautiful. Which I had came to do something for work. They wanted me to work like right then and there and all this other side. See, your side quest for today is getting a cheeseburger. Nah, no, no. I got Carl's, bro. Shoot, I got Carl's, but I'm right here in pretty much they call it Fullerton, but it's La Brea, La Brea, California. I'm out here. Yeah, so I'm out here, Edward. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I seen it on South Park. I seen it. What the hell is 6'7"? Can anybody explain to me? What the hell is 6'7"? I don't understand that. Is it like 69 or something? Because if it's that, or is it like back in the day we had pagers? Is that a code? I don't know what that is. But I'm feeling good today. I was able to drive. Like I said, I had to do some business for work, and because my job's like literally like 10 minutes away for not being famous. Oh, that's what that is. It's a trend where people say 67. Oh, but yeah, what you call it? So I had told my wife if I was around here, I was gonna go come over here and see my grandma and grandpa and all that. So like I said, my grandma and grandpa they used to always say, don't come visit me. I'm not gonna be here. I'll be in heaven and stuff like that. But when you love somebody so much and you take care of them and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to not. You know what I mean? Are you making any mods right now? Just asking once. No, no mods. Not not today. Actually, I actually gotta leave in a little bit. I gotta head back to San Bernardino, where I live at. So just in case when my wife gets out of work, we gotta go visit some family members that are sick in the hospital and stuff like that. So we're actually going to go see that. Seeing that they're openly gay. Well, good thing I don't say that. Yeah, but I mean, I thank God that they taught me. My grandpa taught me how to be a man. Like I said, my grandpa had like a mafioso vibe, Italian mafia vibe to him, but it was always just the quiet one in the room, always being 5 steps, 10 steps ahead of everybody. I've learned that, I've learned how to observe, how to read people from a distance. I can tell people by who they are, how they are, just by looking at them and looking at their demeanor. I can already tell what a person is. And so, but which kind, he also taught me love. He taught me how, you know, a man is only as good as his word, because at the end of the day, only you have is your word, and that's it. You know what I mean? And so, oh shit, I dropped my soda. And then my grandma, oh my grandma. As you can see, she's uh she's a very sweet lady. I got to spend time with her and everything. Oh well, yeah, it's actually it's a tribal shirt, since I'm half native. And then look here. Oh shoot, hold on. Let me see. I'll try to give you like a good rotate on it. Has feathers on the side, and then in the back. Actually, you know what? Hold on, real quick. I'll just take it off real quick. Oh, it's warm out here. Oh, bear claw. Hold on. Okay, so this is how my shirt looks like in the back. It says California Nation, and it has the arrow, and then it has feathers on the side right here. Yeah, when me and my wife went to the powwow last month, uh, which guy in San Bernardino, I ended up getting it. But yeah, it has a paw, a bear paw that represents California and the tribe. Because even though I'm a Chicano, a Mexican American, which I'm also a Yaqui tribe Indian, but I've never really claimed it like that. Because if that's the case, I'm getting me a casino. If that's the case, shoot. But yeah, what you call it? So yeah, I got this shirt. It's pretty dope. I like it. It feels comfy. You would never guess how much it was. Shit, it was like $40. Like, well, the powwows. You know, uh, I'm a native Pomo. Oh, you are. Orale, that's right. But yeah, man. So watch out. I'm sorry I look all like shit too. Fucking obviously my voice is still messed up and stuff like that. But but yeah, I love this shirt. It's just dope. Represents, But yeah, my grandma, man, she was very blunt. Oh yeah, very blunt woman. Um, she was a strong believer in God. She was literally the glue of the whole family. Out of all her sisters, they had kids and kids and kids. All their grandkids and all that went to my grandma and grandpa for advice, for therapy, and everything that comes with it. Do not build stuff on Indian Burial Ground. Well, you gotta talk to the Native Americans on that because they do it all the time. Says he got that shady summer look in early November. Oh yeah, well of course, dog. Look, boo, look at where I'm at. I mean Cali, fool. Does it look like it's raining in November, early November? Does it look like it? Should I be like you wherever you're at, dressed up like Kyle? Or I'm start calling you Carmen. Out here in California, bro, we dress like this until it actually does rain. And that doesn't mean going on Google or Yahoo to look up the weather. But yeah, no, my grandma and grandpa, man, they're spiritual people. I learned a lot from them, man. Hey, did you see that? Hey, I knew that was gonna happen because War Games is in San Diego. I'm actually trying to go. I'm trying to save up to go, but they haven't even called the matches. But you can tell it's going to be okay. This is my opinion. This is my opinion, okay? Uh, Rey Mysterio versus Dominic, probably for the IC title or the AAA title. But I think Penta might face Dominic for the AAA title. And then I know it's going to be the MFTs versus the YS6 in War Games. I know that. I just want to know who's going to do the other War Games with the women, because that would be dope. Most likely, probably, yes, Jesus is King. Yes, Jesus is King. He is God. He is the Lord. He is everything. Um, he, I think, I don't know. You know what they need to do with all these teams that I mean, because if you really think about it, like, this is what I really want to see in a war game. They need to do what WCW did on the, I think it was their third. I think it was their third one. Jeans should help you lose weight. Oh, maybe you should lose weight, bro. Obviously, you're so concerned about my weight. Maybe you should concern about your own, dog. But anyways, uh, I want to see them do Roman Reigns tribal bloodline, then Solos bloodline, and then they should do the Wyatt Six. So that's three teams, and then a fourth team. But who would be the fourth team? LWO. I mean, I guess if they did something, you know what I mean. Um, Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'll fight Dirty Dom for that title. Hell yeah, I fucking can't. You know what's funny? If I was a teenager, I would be rooting for Dominic. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, did you guys see when Rey Mysterio brought up Eddie Guerrero? That fool got some balls to say, "No, yeah, I'm better." Like, don't be bringing up my father. Like, this was stupid. Oh my god, Dominic is fucking funny. You know what? If he becomes champion before Logan Paul, I'll run with that. I would definitely run with that. I rather Dominic become world champion before Logan Paul, to be honest. But that was said. Don't be talking about my father. Like, what a punk. Mm. Oh, that should be so funny. Oh man. But yeah, which kind that would be funny. But yeah, I don't know who would be the fourth team. And then as far as the girls, because all I see with the girls right now is Charlotte Flair, uh, Alexa Bliss. Then you got the other team of the Judgment Day with Roxanne and Rachel. And then you also have the Kabuki Warriors, which I have a feeling they're going to end up winning the tag team titles eventually, or the way they're pushing them. But then you also have Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. Oh, what happened to Rhea? You guys know what happened to Rhea Ripley? Ripley? The last time I seen her was WrestlePalooza. Oh yeah, it's because I got sick, eh? Oh, which guy got sick and from throwing up and all that, I kind of lost my voice, so I'm kind of gaining it back. But hey, good looking, man. Hey, I used to sound like Eddie Guerrero when I used to game bang. Orale, vato! Hey, ese. You guys want to know something crazy about Eddie Guerrero? His demeanor especially when he was champion, he got that from Blood In Blood Out. He talked like that. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of his puns, if you ever watched the movie Blood In Blood Out, is from that movie. Everything that he used to say is from that movie. Uh, yeah, so that's crazy, huh? But Yeah, I don't know what happened to Rhea. Yeah, did Rhea get hurt? And then let me see, Becky Lynch. You know what? I want to see Oscar beat the shit out of Becky Lynch. I want to see her beat her ass so bad. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully SummerSlam be the shit. Look at that airplane over there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh yeah. I think she did hurt her eye. I think. Yeah, I think she did. Let me see. My bad. So this Sunday, if I feel better, I'm gonna be doing a debate. I was trying to do it on my channel, but I don't think I could. But I'll try to figure a way to doing it. But either way, I'll be doing debates against everybody that believes in Jesus is God. I want to ask you guys a question. What do you guys feel about the Hebrew Israelites? Now, they were never on my radar. Never. He was never on my radar. That those Israelites. The only ones I ever knew about was the Muslims. But doing Bible studies and when I look up certain things, I found these guys. And pretty much what I get out of is that they believe that Jesus was black. They think Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, David, King Solomon, the prophet Isaiah, all of them were black. And they believe that they're from the 12 tribes of Israel. But they don't believe that salvation is for everybody. And well, you got to be careful with that because you got to love everybody, but all religion is heresy and a lot of religion is false doctrine, and you need to be careful. Um, you got to be very careful. But these guys don't believe that salvation is for everybody, and they don't believe that Jesus is God. And so, yep, exactly. So I'm having a debate this Sunday about it's going to be about salvation, who owns it, who has it, who secures it. And you guys already know my take: salvation's for everyone. Salvation's for everyone. And what is salvation? Salvation is for ones that keep the laws of God, right? That keeps His commandments. Uh, and salvation, people think you can lose it, and you can lose it, but you can also keep it. Um, and so uh, they believe in that that they can't do that. Um, my thing with them, I'll be honest with you guys. My thing with them is, why do they think salvation is only for the 12 tribes? Two, what is the significance of preaching that Jesus isn't white or black? Now, the Bible clear says it very clearly that we are not to worship an image. So, what is the significance of it? I mean, I get it. We see posters of Jesus with white hair, whatever, a white guy, but we don't know what Jesus is like, only from what it says in the Bible, his description. But it doesn't mean he's a black dude, because you got to remember where Jesus is from, they were dark because where they were at. That they were in that part of the world where everybody was dark. A lot of them were Israelites, Hebrews, but that like the color of the skin shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? And so I want to know why they're making a big deal about it. Do they worship an image? Do they do what like Catholics do and other people do, where they carry those saint cards and they pray to it? What is the big deal about it? And then second and third, and most importantly, how can they believe in the Most High God but which is Yahweh. But Yahweh is Jesus, so why not believe in Jesus because he is God? And so that's going to be my argument with them. But the first this Sunday is going to be just about salvation. But you know how debates go; they usually go off more than what it is. So that's probably what we're going to be talking about. I just pray that I have the strength. I've been looking up these Hebrew Israelites. If you guys ever have a chance, look up God Logic Apologetic. It's a YouTube channel. It's a black dude that's from LA. Um, he believes in what we believe in. He said I look like Sean. Really? I look like Sean Paul? That's a first. Is it my? I don't know. Sean Paul? Really? Huh? That's a first. Hey, good looking. Good looking. uh, but what you call it? Yeah. So, and then so yeah, look him up. There's a great debate that he did 2 days ago. I was showing my wife, and um he straight out debated them on the scriptures that I'm going to go against them. It's the same thing. I used to be an SA. I used to be a main game banger, but I don't live that life no more. This is my life now. This is my life. This is all life now. I don't own a street. I don't own a city. I've had friends that when I was busted, they left me hanging. When I was always there, I do my own thing, dog. You know what I mean? I'm a proud Mexican if that's what you want to know, but I'm not an SA like that no more. I don't game bang if that's what you're trying to ask. But I used to be a Southsider all day. You know what I mean? But I gave my life to God, and it is what it is. But anyways, thanks for the question though, dog. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But yeah, man. It's just been these Israelites, man. They're a trip. They're a trip. They don't like debating. What they like to do is they like to go off verse, 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 which is good because we're supposed to harmonize them together. But they don't stay on topic. And every time you get them, oh, they hate it. Oh, they hate it with a passion. Oh yeah, they hate it. But God, hopefully God gives me the patience because I don't like really speaking with ignorant people. I get pissed off. But hey, let's see what happens, man. But just keep me in your prayers. I just wanted to be here and show you guys where I'm at. This beautiful city, right? That was weird. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Let's see. God bless. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, like so, I wanted to show you guys. I'm right here at the cemetery. The best counsel is God. The best person I can ask questions and make my decisions on is Jesus Christ. But I wouldn't know nothing if it wasn't for them right here. I took care of them in their last days. My grandma, when she died, or before she died, I was only 23. No, I was 20. Well, 23, 24. And I was just doing my own thing, being a regular. I was game banging. I was getting in trouble, partying a lot. Right, but I was partying a lot. I was definitely doing a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking, just doing whatever 20-something-year-olds do. And oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Yes. And one day, well, it was kind of a complicated time too. A lot of I wasn't getting along with my dad and a lot of people at the time. And then my aunt had passed away, which is my grandma's sister. And what happened was I didn't go to her funeral, but I would always talk to my grandma and grandpa. Shit, they're the only ones that knows every dirty secret of mine. They're the only ones that knew that I got busted. My own mom and dad didn't even know To this day, didn't even know I got busted. I got my first strike, and they were the first ones there. And so my grandma and grandpa was my cloth, my truth. I wrote a song. You guys can go through my music. I wrote a song, and I was sick then too. But when I wrote the song, um, they were like my Wonder Woman and my Superman, and I was like their Batman. Everybody seen me as the outcast, but not them. Not them. They uh. My grandma and grandpa was the type that when everybody hated you, they were close to you the most. If you did wrong, they would let you know, but they would stay by your side. They would pray for you, be there for you. Try to make you understand why people were getting mad, why people were hating, why you should forgive them for hating you and all this stuff. And so that's what I learned from them. So, when my grandma got sick. One day she was walking, and I guess she just bam fell. She was cooking one day, and she fell, boom, on the floor. And she had told me that this happened on the 4th of July, but she had told me like I don't know, like a day or two before that she wasn't feeling weird, that her legs were feeling weird. And then and then all of a sudden, I told her, hey grandma, I'm be in town. Um, I'll be in town, and I want to come see you. Of course, yeah, yeah. I'll have your grandpa pick you up. She was like that with me all the time. I could be in Tennessee. Oh no, your grandpa's gonna go pick you up. And she was so funny. My grandma was definitely the leader of our family. I'm sorry, my grandpa was the man of the house, but she was definitely the leader. So men, you better keep listen to that. But the women are always going to be the. You might be the man of the house, but she's the leader. But pretty much. So I went to go see her, and big hug. She's over here in her little wheelchair, and but at the time, from the time she told me, I told her I was going to go see her. From the time that I got there, she had already fell, and no one hasn't took her to the doctors or nothing. Not my uncle, not my dad, nobody. Not my aunts, not my uncles. People that were asking her for money, nobody. So I went over there. The first thing I did was bought a big ass rack of ribs. I made her. She used to love my ribs, so I would make ribs for her. And so we had a little cookout. Then my dad wanted to show up that same day, and my uncle wanted to show up that day. So I confronted them because blunt person that I am, and Fato Loco at the time. Why you guys ain't taking care of my grandma? Why you guys not doing this? Why you guys not doing that? And so they, stuttering and shit. So, um, pretty much, so I asked my grandma, "Hey, what do you want? What do you want, grandma?" And she told me, "Sure, I want to go to the hospital. I want to know why I can't walk." Fair enough. The only problem, there was only one problem. It was a little problem, minor problem, but it was a problem. And oh, thank you. And my grandpa was developing early signs of dementia and Alzheimer's. So he and you guys got to remember this. My grandma and grandpa believed in God so much. Going to the doctors was not a option. The only way you're going to go to the doctors living with them if it got to a point where you needed to go on the last minute of death. And so, um, my so what you call it, and that's how I've always been. I never been to the like I didn't go start going to the hospitals until my 30s because we just didn't believe in that. And at the time, my grandpa had the gift of healing. My grandpa had the gift of the Holy Ghost, so he was like Growing up, I've seen my grandpa heal the blind, literally heal blind people. I've seen my grandpa, from the grace of God, pray over people that were paralyzed and they were walking. This is why I believe God is real, because I got to see these things firsthand. A lot of people don't like it, but hey, it's true. And so, when did you start? I don't know what that is. When did you start something, something, something? When did you start something, something? So, I don't know what that means. Yeah, anyways, what you got? So every time when we were sick, every time we had surgery, my grandpa was the first one everybody called, and so uh, he would lay hands, and if you believe in faith that God healed you, you were healed. You were walking. You were talking. And so, oh, thank you, brother. You have a good day too, man. God bless you. And so, I got to experience these things as a kid and growing up. So going to the hospital was kind of a hard option, but this was something that my grandma was like, "Hey, you know what? I want to go." So I told it was funny. I felt like a coach. I told my dad, "Okay, You're gonna go on the D side, on the left side, and then Uncle Ruben, you're gonna go on the da 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 on the left side. And you're gonna tackle the, you know what I mean?" So I told them, okay, I'm gonna get the car ready. I want to help my grandma get ready. I told my uncle and my dad, I want to need you guys to talk to my grandpa and let him know what's going on. So everything was good. And so my grandma went to the hospital. And long story short, apparently she knew she had cancer, but she never told nobody about it. I guess that she had cancer, and I didn't know that. Nobody didn't know in our family. And it so happens the cancer that she had was a mass ball that was size of a tennis ball. And so let me see. I want to put my foot down so I can. I mean, my phone down so I can kind of show you guys. Mm. Okay, look at this is the spine. The My grandma's cancer was hitting the spine, the tennis ball, and it came to a point where the spine was like this, and it cracked like that. And this part, like say if this is the bottom part, this was her legs, and that's what made her not able to walk, because the mass was so massive that it broke her spine. So which guy? So she, that's how she couldn't walk. So they had asked her what she wanted to do, blah blah blah, and so the doctor told her, okay, look it, we're going to have to do an emergency procedure if you're ready for it. But the only thing is that they did tell her, because of her age at the time, they didn't think that she'll be able to go through, that her heart wasn't probably strong enough. But because my grandma was so faith in God, she said, okay, I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Okay, cool. Me and my grandma, we talked about it. My grandpa, of course, everybody talked about it. But my grandma was my grandma was so funny. My grandma did not care about what anybody said, because apparently right after everybody left, she told the doctor to do the procedure, and we didn't even know. So when we seen her the next day, she was out of the hospital. She was like this, all doped up on morphine, because they had did the surgery. They took some of the mass out. And oh my god, that shit was so funny, bro. Like, grandma, I thought you were gonna wait for us. Nah, nah, nah. Just let them do it. Let them do it. Okay, cool. Because she was determined. She was going to walk again. Well, that oh my god, was funny. Everybody was mad, and they were mad at me because she was in the hospital to begin with. And so what you call it? It was like, well, this was her decision. It was just, I was helping her make that decision. And so pretty much um she was going to therapy and all that stuff. But one day, and this was going on before, but one Pacific day, she just said, you know what, I want to go home. And we didn't know what she was talking about at first. You would think we would have known, but she wanted to go to heaven. She says, I don't want to be here no more. I want to be with God. I want to be with my Lord. I want to be with my Jesus. I don't want to be here no more. There's nothing for me to be here to do. But then one day, a pastor came to go and pray over her. And the pastor told her, you have work to do before you go. This was a prophecy 4 years before that there was work that she had to do. And she took it serious. And so after the surgery, and she came home after the therapy, she didn't want to be at the therapy. She was on house biz because it looked like she was dying. She was hallucinating bad, but she was still cool though. And all of a sudden, she said that she was calling everybody when I was taking care of her. When I tell you, she talked to everybody in our family in person. She talked to every single person, friend, relative. If you were going to church with her, if you were doing wrong, she was letting you know. But not only that, she was letting you know that what you're doing was wrong. She would pray with you and tell her, look, it's going to be a struggle, but you got this. Keep your faith in God. Like, come to Jesus, come to Jesus. And so that's how she was. That's how she's always been into the day she died. She was warning people, if you're doing something bad, it doesn't matter what it was. Say one family member was stealing, and then one family member was talking trash about somebody, or anything that had to do with sins and how to live life. She was warning them about it. In Ezekiel, they talk about to warn the wicked from their wicked ways. You know what I mean? So, and my grandma took it serious. And so that's what she did. And so before I say something, I'm just going to think twice before I say it. Just, okay, that's weird. But anyways, yeah, hey, how you doing? Just good. Just at the cemetery chilling. And anyways, so that's what she was doing. And then while this was going on, my grandpa was dementia was getting worse, was getting very bad. And so he didn't understand what was going on, and he was trying his best, and there was times that we had to steal the keys from him so he wouldn't take off. And one day we were all chilling and relaxing, we're eating, and I don't know, something clicked in my head. Where's grandpa? It's awfully quiet. You know what I mean? It's very quiet. And the car was gone. He took off to LA. He took off to LA. And he wasn't answering his phone. We were nervous. Mind you, he was already he was second stage at the time. And he tried to blame me, and my grandma said that we send him out there. But that wasn't the case. It's just that's what the dementia did to him. And so my grandma and grandpa got in a bad argument. And so what happened was, he came home. Oh, my grandma let him have one. You need to pray. You need to ask God to heal your mind. And oh man, my grandma let him have it. And that was the last time she ever spoke. It was the last time she ever spoke. And I thought she was very angry. So I would tell her, I just forgive grandpa, And she told all of us. She's before she's after she stopped talking, she spoke twice. The first time was like 2 days after, and she said, "You guys are gonna have a hard time with that man." hey, hey, I'm at the hat, not that far where he gets his pastrami sandwiches. I might stop by to see if he's there. Okay, he's always over there. I might check it out. But anyways, he she told all of us, oh yeah, bro, you're not bro, but like she's like, you guys are gonna have a hard time with your grandpa. Mijo, take care of him. I don't know how everyone's gonna deal with them. So I did. And so anyways, so that was the last time. And then The day before she died, um, I would always lift her up, put her on the wheelchair, feed her, use the restroom. I would have a nurse come because she was on house biz. Uh, they will come wash her and all that, but I would always like literally physically lift her up and then put her up and all that stuff. And she was quiet, quiet. I never heard her quiet. And you know how they say silence is the best sound? Well, to me, it was eerie. It was weird because all I knew growing up was loud. My grandma always laughing. My grandma's always talking on the phone. She's always, yeah, man, it's sad. Dementia sucks, and I'm telling my grandma, hey, grandma, just it's okay. Grandpa's gonna be all right. It's just it happens, you know. And she was looking. I had her in front of the yard, and she was, my grandma used to love looking out the window and looking outside and looking at the birds and the flowers. And my grandma was a flower fanatic, and so I started tearing because she wasn't. She was just mute, and something told me inside. Yeah, yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's just my throat, you know. But she I told her something came over me, and I have to believe that it was the Holy Spirit. Um, I had to tell my grandma. I was like, you know what, grandma? I thank you for everything you've done for me. You really raised me good, and I really wish my mom and dad was like you guys. And I know you don't say it because action speaks louder than words. Because I want to tell you guys something before I tell you this. My grandma wasn't the type to tell you I love you. When she says God bless you, I'll be praying for you. That was her way of saying I love you. I miss you. I'm here for you. I love you with all my heart. And so I told her, I was like, hey, grandma, I know we don't say this a lot, but I love you. I love you with all my heart. And if God takes you, I appreciate everything you've done for me. I will never forget everything you taught me, how to be a man and how to treat people. And I would do my best because I'm a very blunt, honest person. I'll try my best to not be an asshole. And I'll never forget this. While I'm telling her this, she's looking outside. She turns her head. One and only time she ever told me. She says, Mijo, I love you too. That was the last thing she ever told me before she died the next day. You guys know action speaks louder than words, but nothing could have been more of those actions, more of that day when she told me she loved me. Um, she died in my arms the next day. I was checking up on her, and like I always did, something that told me to wake up at 2 in the morning, and I would give her mouthwash, because she was dry mouth and all that. She wasn't responding, and she was breathing. So I hold her in my arms, and that was it. She went to heaven. The biggest blessing she could have told me that. And what's fucked up is that what's fucked up about all this, what's fucked up about all this, I was so hurt because after my grandma died, everybody left us. Mind you, I still had to take care of my grandpa. He had dementia. I still had to take care of him. I still had a job to do. So I swallowed that shit up. I swallowed it up. And nobody didn't want to help me take care of my grandpa. So my biggest regret was I had to put him in a home. My biggest failure is not taking care of him the way I should have in his last days. But credit where credit's due, I took care of him for well, he died in 2019, and my grandma died in 2013. So I was able to take care of him for a good 6 years by myself. But the last year, I couldn't do it anymore. It got hard. I didn't have my own spot. And then, because of my grandma dying, because I swallowed that shit up so bad, I didn't want to think about my grandma no more. I ended up on drugs. I was on meth. I was drinking a lot. Everything that I could do to not think about my grandparents no more, I did it. I didn't want to think about them no more. It hurt too much. And I remember I telling my grandma, I don't want to think about you no more. To the point that I almost forgot about my grandma. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck what WTD means. And I don't give a fuck if it's a shame. It's my fucking testimony. Because at the end of the day, this is what I've been through. This is what happened. I'm just being honest. I'm an open book. I don't give a fuck who reads it. Just don't be scared to read between the lines. The one thing you know about me, bro, that you could read the back of the book all you want, but it don't mean you know the whole story. And so I did. I was on drugs, alcohol, tweaking, and doing so much Xanax pills, and it just partying, not caring about no one. I was suicidal. And then one day I came here, and this wasn't here. It was like this. Nothing. It was nothing. Oh, I went off on everybody in the family. Why in the fuck my grandma and grandpa don't have a gravestone? I paid for that gravestone. My grandma had over $75,000 saved for their funeral expenses alone. And now you guys can only get caskets, but no stone, no nothing, nothing at all. That I don't know why you guys can call it crochet, you can call it whatever, but something that day made me sober up and say, you know what? I gotta get my shit together. I'm gonna get my grandma and grandpa a damn gravestone. And then one day I was living. Well, mind you, when all this stuff was going on, I was living in my car. I was living in an RV, and I had a car. I was living in my car, working, living in my car, going partying, going in my car. Like that's keeping myself from everybody. I started kicking it with the neighborhood. I started selling drugs. I started making drugs. I started doing drugs. And then I got busted. The girl that I was with at the time, she got busted. And that I almost started my own family, my own crew. I was so much anger. I wanted to kill the world. I wanted to kill everybody in sight. I wanted to steal what I didn't have. I wanted to take what I didn't have. I wanted what you had. I wanted it, and I was going to get it. But my grandma's voice kept hitting me. My grandma's voice kept coming, and the more I was doing 3 8 balls a night, which is, if you guys don't know, it's a lot of drugs. And the more I did it, the more my grandma was louder and louder. And then one day I heard her, okay, you don't want to hear me? Jesus is going to handle you. And oh boy, he did. Jesus talked to me. I was kicking it with this neighborhood in Norwalk and out here in California. They're called Norwalk Barrio Treses. And because I was making the drugs for them and everything, um, we had so you gotta remember when YouTube was first starting, it was a dating app, but these little apps were coming and going, and at the time, um, you know how there's this app you can get it now. You know how they show pedophiles around your area? Well, we were getting predators. Anybody that just got out of prison that was a predator, we would find them on the app, befriend them, rob them, beat the shit out of them, tie them up, and throw them in the river, LA River. They were alive. We didn't kill them, but we would beat them senseless. And one day I just had enough. I had enough. I gave in. I surrendered. One day I went to my mom's, with her bitch ass ex husband at the time, and all I remember, and this is a trip. Check this out. The day that in the beginning of the story with my grandma, how I talked to her 2 days before 4th of July, and I saw her on 4th of July. It took 3 days. I went to my mom's house. I slept for 3 days. Then I slept for a month. I woke up on 4th of July. My mom thought I was dead laying on her floor. She thought maybe I OD'd in my sleep. And all I did was slept. I would get up, use the restroom, sleep, sleep. Never ate nothing. I was sucked up, skinny. I'll probably post some pictures later of how I used to look. So I mean, I still look the same, but skinnier. And that day, God took meth out of me, and I haven't touched it since. I have not touched any kind of drug except for weed since. God healed me from that. And I knew right away that was my grandma's prayers from all of these years of praying for me. Because if you believe in the Bible, if you believe in God, the Bible says that when someone prays for you, that it goes to 3 generations. That's how strong prayers is. Even though my grandma's gone on her and my grandpa's gone in her grave, their prayers are still going with my niece and nephews, which is their great grandkids. God is good. God is so good. And I felt it. And so I started getting my shit together. And, I went back, started taking care of my grandpa again. And then I met my wife. But before I met my wife, I told God, okay, I'm only a year sober. I'm not going to jump the gun. It was only 2018 at the time. No, it was 2017 at the time. So I told God, I was like, you know what, God, I want to make a plan. I need this. I need you in my life. And the only way I could do this, if you're in it. The first thing I need to do is ask for forgiveness and continue my path with you. And second, most of the second, I need a good plan. So I told God, you know what, God, if it's your will, I want to get a job, I want to get a car, and I want to get a house. And if it's your will, I want to be married and have kids within 10 years. That was my plan. Well, I wasn't dating at all. You know, I was just going to work, trying to not, you know. So, um, I ended up meeting my wife. We're just going out. She got to meet my grandpa, but at that time, my grandpa was full blown 4 stage dementia. Yeah, I know it's gonna be sad. I'm not gonna cry on this one, but it was a blessing to me because my grandpa got to meet my wife that year before he died, and my grandpa would always look for my grandma after she died. And at this time, it was already going on 7 years already. No, it was going on like 5 years, I think, already. Yeah, 5 years, 5 years. And so when, mind you, I didn't trust my wife is a great person, but I didn't trust nobody. Till one day I told her, "You want to meet my grandpa?" Yeah. So I took her. At that time, my grandpa didn't know. I wish my grandpa wasn't talking. Well, he was talking, but he would think other people was from the past. He was literally living in the past at this point. And then he didn't remember nobody, but he always remembered me, which I thank God for that because my uncle and my dad did not like that at all. That he would remember me, but no one else. And my grandpa wasn't walking; he couldn't walk. He would try to escape, and so he was just old and fragile. So what happened was I introduced him to my wife Jessie, And I don't have no pictures of this. I wish I would have, but it was so in the moment. It was a blessing. It was great. Um, oh, my grandpa. He got okay. Well, let me tell you this first. My grandpa, when he was in the nursing home, he would flirt with the nurses. He would try to like grab their hand all soft, like buddy love, and he would try to have them sit on his lap and shit like that. But he would think that it was my grandma, you know. But it was so funny. We would mess with the nurses with them all the time. And my grandpa, like we'll go to my grandpa, like, oh, that's your girlfriend. He's like, "Ee." He's like, "Ee." He's like, he'll go like this. He'll go like, "Ee." I was like, grandpa, don't do that, don't do that. You know what I mean? And mind you, he's a man of God, so we're seeing this. It's funny, you know, but we're just trying to humor everything, you know. And that's so funny. So, but anyways, when Jesse got to meet my grandpa, um he got up. He got up. He stood up. And we're like, what the hell? He stood up. And when we had got there, because it was me, Jesse, my uncle, and my cousin that was there. Um, uh, Sometimes in the convalescent home, there was this guy that would come and he'll play the piano, so he can play some music, to lighten the mood. Well, oh man, I want to tear up for this, but it's more of a blessing than sad. Um, he got up from the wheelchair from having walked at all in months. He grabs my wife Jesse's hand. Well, we weren't even married yet. It's just my girlfriend. He grabs her hand, and I'm thinking, hey, grandpa, calm down. That's my girl, not yours. I'm telling him that he's laughing, and we're all laughing. I'm like, yeah, that's my girl, And no, what he does, he gets up, grabs her hand. Mind you, we're both sitting down. We're all sitting down, and he dances with my wife. He slows dance with her. He slow dance with Jesse. Now I must admit, maybe because she looks a little bit like my grandma, kinda on the thick side or anything, but like just to see him get up, take her hand because we're sitting down, got her hand, she stands up, he grabs her close to her and starts slow dancing with her. And all you could see is this big ass, beautiful smile of his. And he died next that the month later. He died that month later. Of course, I was there. We're all there, and that's my grandparents. That's my grandparents. To the end, they're lovable, faithful, fighting. And I want you guys to read this. I put this on their gravestone. It says, Yeke Yiva, it means let it rain. We shall be together again in paradise. Let us go in the house of the Lord. That's what they believed in. We're all going to be together again in paradise. And they believe that to their dying day. I believe that too. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So when I go through these things I'm going through, I don't come to the cemetery because, my grandma and grandpa told me, don't come. I'm not going to be there. Don't bring me flowers. Why? Give it to me now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I, oh, yeah. So check this out. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is the gravestone. So check it out. So my grandpa dies in 2019. And then because I was so, I can't describe the word. After my grandpa died, let me see, January, February, March. 3 months later, I married my wife. I feel like that was confirmation. And the rest is history. Me and my wife been together for 10 years, married for 6 years. 2013, 2019 was the worst, but the best life experience I've been through. My bad, guys. I believe that too. I believe that my grandma did send my wife. And I really do believe that. And but there was still another fight. There was still another fight. Because now I'm married, but now my grandpa's gone. But they didn't have this. Like I said, they only had this. So brought up everybody in the family that my grandma and grandpa ever helped. Okay. You want to act like they never helped you? You want to act like you don't know them? You want to act like you don't know me? You don't want... Okay. Okay. God is great. God's good. God sees this too. So me and my wife scratched up every penny we had. And thank God my mom was able to help. And me, was able to do this for my grandma and grandpa. This was the last thing I was able to do for them. I know it's not the best, but I know they would love it. I told my grandma I want to get one with a picture with you and grandpa on it. I told her I don't know how big it's going to be, but I'll make sure everybody sees you guys. And you could literally, when you walk right here, they're only what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is their neighbor. um, this was the last thing I could do for them. And this is nothing compared to what they've done for me. I know I doubt myself a lot. It's because I know I fucked up so many times. I owe them everything. And I take much pride when people come see my grandma and grandpa. I know we're not supposed to boast or anything like that, but I'm so glad that I could say I did this for them. I'm so proud that I could say that no one didn't take care of them but me. They chose me. I didn't choose them. My grandma said, I want you to take care of me. My grandpa told me, I want you to stay here and take care of us. They could have trusted so many people in this world to help them, but no, they wanted me. And I miss that. I think that's why I'm here today. Just tell them that I thank them for that. Man, now I'm so glad I have grandparents like them. And I always encourage everybody. If you guys have grandparents that are not like mine, find out why. Try to be understanding. My grandma grew up in the Pachuco days, the Zuzu days. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My grandma and grandpa grew up in the Pachuco days. My grandma was raped, beaten, but damn, she was tough as nails. And when she met my grandpa treated her like a queen. Like I say, he was a man of the house, but she ran the house. She was the boss. You know what I mean? But everything I know, everything I learned when it comes to love, faith, appreciation, everything is because of them right there. I'm not the legend. They are. I'm just the myth. No, thank you guys. I'm sorry. I usually don't cry like this. I don't like throwing my business out like that, but we're all human, and I'm glad that you guys are taking the time to bring out your guys' human side. Because no matter what, we all have one, two, maybe thousands of people that we love and care about that died. But there's only maybe a few that it's here, you know. But that's my grandma and grandpa's story, how they died and the impact they had on me. I never forget where I come from. Oh, what? Oh, well, she's at work, and honestly, these kind of things I do alone because I don't know how I'm gonna react. I don't like sympathy, but I do understand the sympathy. Um, Sometimes you just gotta do stuff alone, and it's okay. It's that's okay. I feel like you're never alone when you have God. But I get what you're saying, but no, this is something that I really need to do on my own. I need it to, you know, and I don't get emotional like this all the time. I really don't. But it's kind of a sensitive thing, But I just thought I'd come over here and pay my respects, even they didn't like it. They didn't want me to, And it's a beautiful day in California, USA, and yeah. And thank you guys so much for hearing me out. Honestly, I wasn't even planning on staying on this long. You know what I mean? I just wanted to just go live real quick, but it's cool, you know. It's a it's a beautiful day, Southern Cali. Thank you. You too, Carly. Thank you for always being there for me. Always being understanding. Always just being the great person that you are. I thank all of you guys, man, for reals. I might be like this now, but later on I might be totally different, and that's fine. That's all right. Sometimes you just need to let it all out. And thank you guys for coming in my life. I learn about you guys every day, and I love it, you know. But I gotta stop this crying. I gotta drive. Oh man. Let me see, what time is it? Oh shit, it's already gonna be 1. I gotta head out. I gotta head back home. I gotta go pick up my wife. I gotta go check on my uncles that's in a convalescent home, and then I gotta probably go check on my cousin, go see what's up. Oh, I got this. I ain't tripping. I've been eating. Bam. But yeah, but yeah. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Like I said, this was not my plan, but hey, it's cool. Got to talk about a lot of stuff. Wrestling. Got to talk about Israelites. Oh yeah, of course. I'm definitely gonna rest up. And yeah. So catch me later. I'll be probably playing some finish the Spider-Man Miles Morales game and get on that Spider-Man 3 again, and then see what happens from there. But thank you guys again, man. I want to let you guys go for now. Thank you, thank you. But you guys be careful where you guys are at. In oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. If you guys have grandparents and you guys are not that close to them, there might be a million reasons why. I'm not gonna boast on you guys. I will say this: understanding is a key of knowing why people are the way they are, even if you don't agree of that understanding. So, and don't forget to pray to God. I know, I don't sometimes ask all you guys, oh, do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in God and all that? But you guys should. It helped me. It, Jesus has really helped me. He is the one true God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. He's the beginning and the end. And I know if I could do it, you guys can do it. And the struggles, it's always going to be a struggle. It's always going to be a fight. But that's why the Bible says we fight the good fight, you know, to the end. And so, but I'll see you guys in a little bit. I gotta hit up. I got like an hour and a half to get to San Bernardino. All right. So God bless you guys. Oh my God, I'm getting bit all of a sudden. But God bless you guys, and thank you guys for hearing me out, man. I feel embarrassed now. I feel embarrassed. Shit. But thank you guys. God bless each and every one of you guys. And peace out. Hope you guys like my shirt, my travel shirt. Woo woo. All right. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Peace out.